Okay, so have you ever like had one of those moments where your toilet, decides to overflow?
Oh yeah, been there.
And you're like, oh man, if only there was a better way.
Yeah.
So today we're diving into the world of smart toilets. We're going to explore all those like fancy, high-tech features that promise to, I guess, kind of revolutionize our bathroom routines.
Yeah, it's pretty wild how much technology has changed, even the simplest things.
Right. So where should we even begin?
Well, let's start with, what people are calling best value. And that seems to be, based on these reviews, the Woodbridge B0960S. Good balance of features for the price.
I was looking at that one too. Yeah, it's like pretty affordable.
Exactly. And the Woodbridge is a great, entry point if you're thinking going the smart toilet route. It's got a very easy to use remote control so you can adjust all the settings. And it sits at a, comfortable height too, which is good, thinking about accessibility.
Right. And even something like that automatic flushing
Huge.
seems like it would just make things so much more hygienic.
Especially for, people who have any sort of mobility issues, it can be a big help. And then plus, the self-cleaning features on some of these, it really cuts down on the, actual scrubbing.
Yeah, self-cleaning, that's a dream feature right there.
Yeah, who wants to spend, all their time scrubbing a toilet?
Right. No one wants to do that. And okay, this might sound like a small thing, but what about the built-in air deodorizer?
That's actually huge, especially in a small space like a bathroom. It
Yeah.
can make such a difference.
Right. Totally. Okay, so let's move on. What about this Toto S7A Washlet? It's labeled the best bidet seat. I have to admit, I'm not really even sure what a bidet seat even is.
So a bidet seat is basically like an attachment that you put on your regular toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And the Toto S7A, it's really sleek and modern looking, but it also has tons of customizable settings. So like each person in the house can save their own preferred water pressure and temperature, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay, so you don't have to fight over it.
Exactly.
That's great.
And the Toto S7A, this one's really interesting. It has this what they call premised technology, and it basically spritzes the bowl with like a mist of water before each use. That way nothing sticks and cleaning is a breeze.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, and it uses electrolyzed water. So that's basically a natural disinfectant. They call it e-water plus, so you don't have to use, so many harsh chemicals to clean.
So it's better for the environment too.
Totally, and better for you too.
Yeah, I'm starting to get these smart toilets are actually, kind of amazing.
It's wild what they can do. Okay, so hold on to your hat, because the next model is the Toto Neorest RS dual flush toilet. This is like the top of the line model, the Cadillac of toilets, and it has all these fancy features like something they call cyclone flush.
Cyclone flush, I'm almost scared to ask.
It's pretty wild. You use the centrifugal force,
Wow.
creates this really powerful swirling action, cleans the bowl completely using actually a surprisingly small amount of water, saves you money in the long run.
Oh, that's impressive, super efficient.
Right. And then if you're really, really worried about hygiene, it even has Actolite technology. Basically uses UV light to sanitize the bowl. Totally breaks down all the microscopic dirt and bacteria.
Toto's really going all out, huh?
They are. Okay, so I know we've talked a lot about Toto, but what about Kohler? They make nice stuff too, right?
Oh yeah, I love their the designs they come up with.
Yeah, they're known for that.
Yeah.
And they make some really nice smart toilets too. Like the Kohler's Elongated toilet. Super sleek and modern looking. Comes with a touchscreen remote control.
A touchscreen remote, that's pretty fancy.
It is, but it's not just about looks. This model has the what they call power light flushing technology, super water efficient. And it has these motion activated features, like the lid opens and closes automatically and it flushes automatically too. So it's totally hands-free.
Oh, I could get used to that.
Right? And, I think that kind of hands-free stuff is, it can be super helpful for people with, mobility issues too.
Oh yeah, for sure. It makes a lot of sense. So we've got lots of different styles, lots of features, but I bet all this high-tech stuff gets pretty pricey, doesn't it?
It can. Yeah, smart toilets, they can be anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand. It really just depends on the brand and all the features,
Okay, so a lot to think about there. But there's one more model I wanted to ask about before we really get into comparing them all. The Kohler Veil Comfort Heights skirted toilet. This one has been getting a lot of buzz as the best overall.
Oh yeah, the Kohler Veil is really nice. It's got that really elegant design, very clean lines, and it's designed for comfort too. It's like what they call comfort height, which just makes it easier to sit down and stand up. And it has a dual flush system.
Dual flush, what's that?
Oh, it's basically, you have two buttons, one for like liquid waste and one for solid waste, and that way you can just use less water when you need to.
Oh, that's smart.
It is. It really saves water in the long run. And the Kohler Veil, it also has this emergency flush backup. So, if the power goes out, you're still good.
That's a good point, yeah. Power outages, that's something I always worry about a little bit.
You're
prepared.
I know. Okay, so, wow, we've covered, like, a lot. The Woodbridge, the Toto Neorest RS, all these different models. So many things to consider.
Yeah. It can be overwhelming, but how do you actually choose the right one for you?
Yeah.
That's what we'll tackle next.
All right, good. Because I'm already feeling a little lost.
I got you covered. It's kind of like, buying a new car.
Oh, yeah.
So many choices. Got to figure out what, fits your lifestyle, your budget.
Okay, so how do we, where do we even begin with all this?
Well, I think first you got to think about your priorities. What's most important to you in a toilet? Is it hygiene, water conservation, or maybe just one the spa-like experience, all the luxury features,
Yeah, for me, I'd say hygiene is definitely up there.
Yeah.
And then, water conservation too, saving money on the water bill,
Yeah.
being good to the environment, all that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So in that case, you'd want to look for a model that has really good self-cleaning features.
Right.
And a dual flush system. Okay, yeah, and thinking long term, I also want something that's going to be reliable, easy to maintain,
You might be surprised at how much you end up loving it.
And don't forget, everyone will have links to all the models we talked about in the show notes, so you can check them out.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah.
And here's one final thought. Think beyond just the features themselves, What is it about a smart toilet that really appeals to you? Is it the hygiene aspect? Is it the water savings? Is it just the pure comfort and convenience of it all? Really think about how it could impact your daily life, your well-being in the long run.
That's a great question for everyone to ponder.
Yeah, think about it.
All right, well, on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive into the world of smart toilets.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it has. We hope you learned something, maybe got a little inspired to, upgrade your bathroom routine.
I hope so.
Until next time, happy flushing, everyone.